Our prayers certainly go out to everyone in Florida right now that's been affected by Hurricane Milton. Uh, and we all know that this powerful storm has come on the heels of Hurricane Helene and the damage that that one caused all throughout portions of the Southeast where recovery efforts are still ongoing. And joining me now from Tennessee, where she herself is taking part in the cleanup, is Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger. She serves on the House Committee on Energy and Commerce. She represents the 1st Congressional District of Tennessee. Congresswoman Harshbarger, welcome to Washington Watch.
Oh, it's so good to be with you, Jody. Good to see you.
Well, Diana, you as well. You are a dear friend, an outstanding congresswoman, and I tell you, my heart, all of us have gone out to what's happening in your district right now. You're in a beautiful district, a lovely part of our country, and right now, the devastation has been unbelievable. I know you have been covered up with activity. Please tell us the latest.
Well, we have. I mean, never before have we had such dramatic flooding, Jody. It's devastating. These are good people. These are godly people. These are people who have worked their whole lives and lost everything in an instant. And your heart goes out to them. My heart absolutely goes out to them. We've raised money for recovery efforts and donate to Second Harvest Food Bank. And there's so many great people across this country. They are sending donations in by the tractor trailer load, and people who have come in to help with the rescue effort. It is amazing. But, you know, there's East Tennessee is a lot of mountains, hills and hollers, and these people live way back because that's what they've done. That's where they live. That's where they grew up. And now to lose everything, it's going to be a concerted effort to take care of these precious people.
Yeah, and you'd never think about the mountains of East Tennessee being an area of flooding and being so impacted by a hurricane. But once you get that amount of rainfall, 20, 30 inches, I mean, there's like rivers all of a sudden flowing through the mountains, and who in the world could possibly prepare for that? And in the midst of that, Congresswoman, there is a lot of discussion right now about the federal response from the Biden-Harris administration. They have come under tremendous fire. Tell us your experience and that of your district as it relates to a federal response.
Well, you know, TEMA was the first to hit the ground. Then our governor and, of course, our senators and myself, we went around and looked at the devastation. Unicoi is where the tip of the iceberg. We had 58 people, I think, that were stranded on top of the hospital that we had to evacuate off the top of the hospital.
Yeah, we were watching that. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. Listen, the Nolichucky River, they call it the River of Death, and there is a reason that when those rivers get angry, and we live in a beautiful part of Tennessee, the most beautiful part, we have rivers, we have lakes, we have Watauga, we also have TVA dams, and I'll tell you something that I'm thankful to God for, that those dams held, that they did not breach. And it is a miracle, Jody, when you have 1.2 million gallons of water per second coming across those dams. And I mean, going 8 foot over the dam, it's twice the force going over Niagara Falls. And those dams held. And so, or we would be talking about a catastrophic failure here and many, many more people losing their lives. So, you know, FEMA is on the ground. I met with them Monday. But you know what? People in my area, they really don't trust the government. And they're going door to door to see what people need. And a lot of people just won't allow them on their property. And I had to make an appeal to the people I serve. It's like, you trust me. You trust the senators. You know, if you don't trust these people coming knocking on your door, you call me, you call my office, and we'll get you the help you need. So these are proud people, Jody, that have lost everything. And I just want to restore them. I don't know if anybody could ever make them whole again because they've lost so much. But I want them to know that we're going to do everything in our power in my office to take care of them.
Well, and that's where people like you, people like Samaritan's Purse, multiple dozens and dozens of churches and ministries on the ground, helping people not only recover, but find hope again, restored hope in the Lord. and put their faith in him, and people pulling together is never more important than in such a time as this. I'm so grateful. I can only imagine what your schedule has been like over the last several days. If you can, tell us what are some of the immediate needs that people are having as you're watching, as you're listening, as you're talking. What are some of the current immediate needs of the people?
Well, like I said, some people have lost everything. So when they send donations, immediately it was water, clean water. We had counties that lost their complete water systems. So we were trying to replace that. Communication's still an issue in some of the backwoods areas. And personally, we had donations of Starlinks on the first day of this that Robbie Starbucks from Nashville sent up to us that we put in Cott County, and we drove to Johnson County, where Mountain City and Roan Mountain, so these people could communicate. You know, the missing persons was phenomenally high, but maybe it was because they couldn't call out. The cell phone towers were down. So communication efforts are being restored. Power is being restored. I don't know how many we still have without power, but, you know, they just need hope, and they need to rebuild. And I'll tell you, they call us the volunteer state, Jody, and there's a good reason. The churches, the people in their communities, they have helped these people that have lost everything more than the federal government ever has. And so, you know, and you know, we've talked about this before. We go to church. I taught Sunday school for 24 years. You know, you minister to people and you meet them where they are. And so Samaritan's Purse is right across the hill in Boone, North Carolina, that has suffered devastating floods as well. And they are out in full force. They're helping those folks in North Carolina. But right now, they need your prayers. The most important thing you can do is pray for them, and we'll make sure that we just want a safe and easy system so they can apply for the help that they need. That's my prayer. We have staff in every county that needs to have staff where they've been declared disaster zones, and we're helping them apply for FEMA and SBAs and things of that nature.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger of Tennessee. Our prayers go out to you and all the people there. And it's amazing how in the midst of it all, you even a glimmer of gratitude that those dams held. We thank God for that. Thank you for joining us.